Hello and welcome to another episode of me painting. Today we're using the Artisan oil paints again. Become my favourite medium. I use them quite a lot now, mainly because I just need to use water. A bit of water and a bit of paint and I'm away. The only thing I've noticed with these paints, when you add the water, sometimes it goes milky like this. When you're using a colour, and that goes away when it dries, but it can confuse you with colour mixing sometimes. But that's the only negative I've found. Anyway, using a very thin mixture, I'm going to look at this jug and see if I can do a bit of a drawing ready for a painting. So use my old broken ruler to give me an idea of the size. It's about 16.5. We'll have the top at about here and the bottom about there, something like that. We can change things as we go anyway, there's no real struggle. And now I just sort of do a very rough go at the jug. You can draw this first. I just fancied doing it straight away. Just looking at the line there. Trying to get that straight. Something I tend to do when I'm doing paintings, I'll do my drawing part and then I'll paint it and I'll refine everything, because the initial drawing part isn't always correct. It isn't for me anyway. About 3.5. It's about right. Try and get that straight as well. And that is about 5.5 to the base, up from there. Yeah, about 5.5. About there. And the reason I used the blue background today, the Payne's grey I should say, it's got a bit of a blueness to it, is because of the colour of the jug's blue. Looking at that angle. And then we've got the handle for the jug, which is about here. And then I'm looking at this area here, because that can help us out. And copy that shape. More colour. What I could do is fill that in. This is our negative shape that we can look at. Okay. Looking at this area now, it's a very nice curve here. Something I should have done is done a central line as well, because that helps. just helps for me so I can see like things a little better. There's a shape there. Got this. Sort of there. What I'm going to do is measure this. So we've come way off here. Yeah, it's not bad. And we've got this shape there. And it kind of goes down to that there. As I said, this is very rough, but gives you an idea of how to get one going. More water. Sit back and have a look at all the angles, see what's wrong, and then I can come back and we can use this marker. It's not actually that bad. It's actually very close. This bit doesn't look right to me. Just wipe those bits off. So looking at this bit, it's sort of a curve there. Looking at it, it kind of goes in there. And then this bit here. Something like that. at this shape. That's a bit too low. I think that needs to be more like there. We can throw in a bit of light there because we can see what it's going to be like. There's a bit of light there, but there's just to see how it's going to look in a way. This is a very rough stage. I still think this isn't quite right. Yeah, that looks better. Get a little bit more white in there. Okay, that'll do for our rough sketch, and we'll clean things up as we do the painting. Hello, welcome back. We're on to the next stage of this, where we'll do the painting part. Right, so first thing we need to do is mix this blue colour, and I'll go for this dark blue first. So, obviously, Ultramarine Blue, which is quite dark as it is, and I want a little bit of the Ivory Black to darken it a bit further. And I can hold it up to the picture, or I can paint a little bit on to see if I like the colour. And I do actually like that colour, but it needs to be a tiny bit darker. I'm going to put in a bit more black, and with my blue, dark colour. Yeah, it's quite good. I quite like that, and I'll get some paint on the canvas. So I just start filling it in. I'm going for the dark first because then I can build the colour up, the lighter colours on top. You'll see what I mean when I start. I don't need any water mixed with this, I don't think. Maybe a tiny bit. And I mean a tiny bit. You don't need much. Okay, sit back, having a look, looking at the shapes, thinking about this shape. Okay, and then it's got dark here as well. And there. This handle's quite dark. Just sitting back and having a look at that. Let's get a bit of white in with my colour, more of the blue. It's not far off actually. And let's put this in here. Just sort of helps me now to get the shapes right, the angles right, sorry. Using this light. And there's a bit of light that runs sort of along here, so I'll use this and it sort of mixes with the colour that's already there. And it'll make it a bit of a light area. There, and then there's a really light area around this bit. That's almost cream. I might change that. Just thought I don't want to lighten my brush just yet because I want to get this bit done. So let's go back into this darkness. Back into the darkness. And here we go. So I'm going to be thinking about a new video. Thinking about doing a Halloween video, and I'm going to do another landscape and a few other things. There's going to be a few new videos coming very soon, and I hope you enjoy them. I hope you like these. I try and do different things because I like to paint different things and learn different things, and you probably do too. Right, here we go. This is the bit. This is the serious bit. Okay. Sitting back, having a look, and then going, that's not right. Okay, that's not bad. I think we're pretty close there. A bit more colour. Yeah, I think that's not bad. You can spend ages on this, remember. Some paintings I do. I spend ages and ages on it. Weeks. Okay. I think we've got somewhere there. That shape looks like it needs coming out a little bit and then down. It's kind of flatter, isn't it? It's not quite right. Maybe that's there. I think I'll blue this area. Apart from there. That'll be okay. I think we can go back to that in a minute. What I might do actually, just to give me a better chance, I might fill this bit in with a lighter blue. Okay, we've gone a bit too square now. So it's the outside bit that's wrong now. Okay, let's create a grey which can be our background. So this way you can improve everything by looking at the other line, the negative space. Okay, let's just put this bit in here. Just putting in lighter areas now, they will be worked in a bit more. Want a bit more blue in the white. Something like that. I can see a little bit of a shine here. Gets very serious doing this. Start watching your painting develop. sort of filling in the outer bit, just so this jug comes out of the canvas a little bit more. I'm actually noticing now the neck is a bit too wide, which is a bit annoying. No, I can use the white like that to shrink it a bit. But I think I'll leave it. This is just showing you how to do it, and then you can have a go. Take up the challenge. I mean, they are good fun to do, these. They're like I said, they're a challenge, but they are fun, and by doing things like this, improves everything else about your painting. It'll improve every area of your painting. Because you might think, oh, I don't want to paint an old pot, I don't want to paint an old something like this, an old pot like this, or an old spoon like my other one. I want to paint an amazing landscape or an amazing seascape. But amazingly, doing these, you will be able to. And these are small studies. But it's another painting under your belt. Another bit of practice. Just sort of looking at that angle. Okay. Well, since I've gone this far, I may as well fill this bit in as well. This is quite a coarse canvas. It's not as smooth as I'm used to. Still fine though. Okay, so now I need to get this colour, and originally I thought it looked like yellow ochre and some white. So maybe, because this is water mixable, you can wash your brushes in water. I sort of give them a wipe with a baby wipe as well, because it tends to get rid of most of the paint. Yeah, this brush is ready to go again. So, I think what we'll do is we'll start with the this colour along here. And I'm thinking some yellow ochre. I think there's some brown in there as well. Get some ivory black. Okay, well let's try. Well, I can see this is too brown. black in there. Maybe a little bit of that blue might help. Okay, just have it on. I could see straight away, really dark. Doesn't need to be as dark as that. And from what I saw, not as yellow as that either. So let's go for some more brown. Blue. Some white. Bit of that yellow. My colour mixing technique is a little bit all over the place. I apologise for that. So we're close. A bit more black. Apologies for that. I knocked my canvas over and caught it using my brush, and I'm still mixing this colour. I'm not far off actually. I'm very, very, very close to it. Okay, what have we got there? Very close. I think it needs a tiny bit of blue. I'm going to go with that. I put a tiny bit of blue in it, but it's so close, it seems a bit silly to keep mixing. Right, so we've got the blue there, and then that sort of goes about there. Okay, it looks a bit darker at the base, so I'll throw on a bit of black here. Just mix the colour right on the canvas. You can do that. Get a tiny weeny bit of water. Just make it flow a bit better. Like I said, it does go a little cloudy when you do that, and then you have to remember that. And the water evaporates and then it looks good again. Okay, and now it gets lighter over there, so we can get some white and bring this across. Quite a good idea to use the a bit more water. Use the angle of your brush strokes. To come together on this. Just laughing at the way I'm just scrubbing it on. It's a little, just look a little bit crude on the camera. I actually got this pot that I'm painting on the car boot that I went to. I went purposely looking for something to paint, just looking at that shape. More white on this area. Okay, well I can see the shape, you know, it's too wide and it's not right, but I'm not that fussed about that yet, and you'll see why. I'm more looking at the tones rather than that. I mean, I am looking at the shape, but I can see it's wrong. It's just I want that tone. I just use my soft brush and just give that a little once over just to soften it a bit. And now I'm going to go into my grey, using my brush again for the background. Use my grey colour, and we can start looking at this shape here. Sort of goes with the handle like there, and then it comes down kind of like that. Okay, so it's almost right. And then this side as well, got that roundness. I'm sitting back, having a look at the angle. I can see the angle is still further in. So I'm looking at it, and yeah, that's not bad. It's not bad, is it? And that isn't quite right there. I think we can let that go. That's pretty close. And now we can improve this a bit more. Just want to make this angle there, or the lightness I should say, get that tone right, and then move it around. I quite like that. I'll go with that. Get some more of this white for the background, and trying not to let the canvas fall over, I'll just finger at the base. Can start putting in that shadow as well. That goes along here, but what I'll do is before I put that in, I'll start throwing in some background. Fill this in here so you can get the idea. Okay, now just sit back and having a look. What we need is a shadow here. Use a little bit of grey and just pull in a little bit of black and pulling it through the paint, and you can soften the edges. Sort of have a look, see if you've gone dark enough. I think it's darker. You do the same thing with the shadow as well. You can mix your colour and then put it on the canvas. I think what would be good is to get that little darkness there. And this little brush. I mean, you can almost see it. looks like it's sitting on the paper that I put it on. I just used a little bit of paper when I photographed it. I'm just going to put in this little line here. Apologies if I get in the way. Can't quite see. That ended up a little bit too thick. Never mind. I've still got some of the shadow colour. Yeah, it's not exactly right, but it does look okay. 'Cause I'm always thinking I need to sit back and see how it looks from a distance. Which is really the most important bit. You don't view a painting right up close. Well, unless you're learning to paint, and because when I go to museums I'm looking pretty close at them. Okay, there's a bit of water in that paint and it's running. Oh well, that'll be fine. Right, let's move on a bit. I want to improve this bit. Get a bit more white paint. How's that look? Okay, I'm going to get a little bit of white and I'm going to throw it on this. Because this isn't as blue as that. Just using the white to lighten it, that area. I actually think it should be higher, really. But never mind, that's okay there. A bit of white, pure white on the brush, because I want to get these blobs. Don't want to get in the way of the camera. like the window. Okay. That one can be pulled out a little bit. I'll use this duller mixture to do this side. There's a bit of light there as well, I noticed. Bits of light on the handle. A bit more pure white because there's a blob there and there. Let's get some more of this. I want this to be smoother up here. I know we shouldn't blame our tools on this canvas. It's just not as smooth as some of the others that I use. So if you don't like this one, it's because of the canvas. Only joking. That's better. I think that part's not too bad. Like I said, it ain't perfect, unfortunately. But it does look like a pot. I think I'll lighten this still. Think just need to dull these down a bit. Okay, well I think that part looks pretty good. The only thing I need to do now is, oops, grab some yellow. Oh dear. What I'll do is I'll just fill in the rest of it and I'll give it a little signature. But this is it. This is how to paint a pot. And I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll hopefully see you at another one. Cheers, thanks for watching.